Hello, back now to Chapter 20, Section 2, the Western European Democracies. For this, we're going to look at how Britain's policies changed, and particularly France and Germany. So really, mostly focusing on those three, but also a few of the other ones and some challenges that Greece, Spain, Portugal, and Italy also face today. So that's kind of our focus for this section. First of all, Britain, we talked earlier in section 1 about the welfare state in Western European democracies and how that's affected their economic crises today. And also the world role in these countries has obviously diminished since World War II. Britain and France are no longer world powers like the United States became the superpower. Many of them have tried different forms of government, some more liberal and then some more conservative in Britain, particularly many years throughout the 80s with Margaret Thatcher being more conservative and then trying more liberal leadership in the Labour Party. So some in Britain, which we're going to be studying in this unit, are it's a main area for what's called Euroscepticism. This is the idea that Britain has no place in the European Union, for sure not using the money, and they don't. They still use the pound sterling. So they don't use the euro money, but they are part of the European Union. So that's another topic that we can discuss in class. But that's also a hot topic in Britain today. The other big issue, obviously, in Britain is there's a small chunk of the island of Ireland, the northern part that still today belongs to Britain. So the Northern Ireland, it's called, is a part of Britain and the British Empire today, and some in Ireland are upset. They would like their island unified and be all under the control of the country of Ireland. Now, there isn't near as much violence there today as there once was, but this is another ongoing topic that we're going to want to keep an eye on. There is sporadic violence still, excuse me, with the Sinn Féin, which is a more radical arm of the IRA in Northern Ireland. Similarly, in France, we talked how they were greatly weakened by the war, no longer one of the world's superpowers. And as you recall from earlier history classes, France has gone through many different forms of government since the French Revolution, different republics, and back to empire and republic, and it can get very confusing. But now, today, they're on to the democratic form of government, republic, the Republic of France again. And throughout the post-war era, Charles de Gaulle, the hero of the resistance, was a leader for many years, and then Francois Mitterrand, and now into today where we have, again, close allies to America in a free and democratic society in France. Jacques Chirac throughout the 1990s, and today they have gone through various recently leaders. Section 1, we talked already about how Germany was divided and how Berlin, as you can see here, is in the Eastern Germany. These three quickly combined into called Western Germany, and this became East Germany, and you can see Berlin is in here. So that made it difficult for the citizens of Berlin. Germany was occupied for many years, and the Soviets were very harsh on the East Germans and imposed their communist system and Soviet control, whereas the Western Germany, they were encouraged to form a democracy and elect leaders. It has been the feeling of the democratic nations led by America that a free and strong Germany would be the best solution to any further problems, and we want to see an economic, prosperous, and free and democratic Germany. So we've encouraged that, and today, of course, you know Germany is reunified and is the most powerful economic force in Europe, and even has some military buildup again, and has recently used their military in Iraq, which did cause some consternation to other countries who still recall the times of when Germany occupied their countries. Like we said, in East Germany, things were harsh. Conditions were very drab and harsh under Soviet control. The Soviet Union had administrative buildings such as this one, where which we toured. Well, you don't go in there, but anyways, you can see the building here, where the Soviets controlled Eastern Europe, or excuse me, they controlled Eastern Germany, and made life difficult for the people of East Germany. And you can do a lot of reading and research on people who have written many, many books on how life was very difficult in East Germany compared to West Germany, and the goods available and not available in East Germany, for example, is just one small example. So they did reunify after the communism fell in the Soviet Union. The wall came down, like we talked last time, in 1989. And once the wall came down, it paved the way for the reunification of all of Germany. And officially in the year 2000, it was made finally official that Germany was unified again with the capital in Berlin. Some other countries that we said in our introduction, Italy, Spain, Portugal, and Greece, have followed similar paths to democracy after World War II. And as I record this today, all four of these are facing pretty severe economic challenges. In Greece, they tried to cut back the benefits to the people because they couldn't afford it, and this caused widespread riots. In Italy today, they're close to an economic collapse. Just this week in Portugal, their main wealthiest businessman and owner of their largest bank has declared bankruptcy. And in Spain, very similar things are occurring. So this is something we want to keep a close eye on as far as the sustainability of these types of systems and how they can recover. What is the path to economic recovery for these countries, and will it be continue to thrive as a free and democratic area of the world, even with some of these challenges that it's facing? So we will be discussing these, of course, much more in class, and you see the people responding here. Some pictures I took from the more recent attempts at austerity, which is basically, being more frugal, and the people did not appreciate that, as you can tell from some of these protests.